Sweetie Takes Index here. Today we'll be talking about Cowens Locomotive Land Battery. I know I've been a lot off and on subjects recently, and I promise I will get back to World War I American tank design soon. But this tank is just too ludicrous not to discuss. Come on, it's from 1855. Yeah, so I obviously want to talk about this design. Basically, an issue of Mechanics magazine in 1855 said they would have blades that would be lowered if the enemy got too close. Yes, blades, because that's what tanks have. This design was made all the way back in 1855, so it's going to be pretty interesting. It was powered by steam with boilers and engines on the bottom floor and a gun room on the top, almost like a land ship. It would have 5 wheels with one in the front for steering, while the others are just, to move the vehicle. The steel armor would be purposely designed to be angled as to deflect enemy fire. While there was no picture in the original patent, it was pretty well described. Its armament would include several 14-pounder cannons, which are pretty big, along with at least one cannon powered by some steam from the engines and boilers. That one cannon would likely be in the front or back. There would be a 12-man crew, but conditions would be absolutely horrible inside. And as you can see, this is basically the blueprints for such a vehicle. You have Da Vinci's land ship, which I discussed in the previous video, plus Da Vinci's scythe vehicle. Yes, Da Vinci made a scythe tank, scythe vehicle, because why wouldn't he? Plus a Spanish helmet from the 1500s, and then a boiler at the time, and you get Cowens Locomotive Land Ship. Yay, tank math. Now onto 1862, because Cowens did add some additional notes on it on request on Lord Palmerston, who we will discuss in the next part. This also includes the only official image ever made of it, seen below. I don't know why it says above. It can apparently go 20 miles an hour and could be modified to carry any caliber weapon. The 14-pounders were, however, changed to 4-pounders, which seems much more realistic. Additionally, it could be modified to only have holes for riflemen to shoot out of, like these on the top here. In 1862, it was also said that his war machine could be used as a naval ram, which I don't even know what that means, or put on a special pontoon as its own boat, which seems stupid, just put the cannons on a boat. In 1862, it was changed to no longer have serrations or spikes, despite the image still showing spikes, so I don't know what he was talking about. Onto the very interesting history. On April 3rd, 1855, under number 747, the design was patented by James Cowen and the actual designer, James Sweetlong, who is referred to as the model maker by Cowen. The design was liked by a Lord Palmerston, who recommended it to the British War Council. However, it was designed. Sorry, someone's calling me. They blamed the current leader of the British Army for its downfall, Lord Hardinge. Cowen said that Hardinge understood guns and how to fire them, but not engineering. Cowens wanted 2,000 pounds for his design, which is roughly 226,000 pounds today, or $292,300. So yeah, that would be a very expensive buyout. When he was obviously denied, as you can expect, he tried to essentially lie to the War Council. Cowen said that his designer Sweetlong had handed the design to the French and both Americans. Because, Civil War at the time. When this didn't work, he pushed harder, saying that Britain needed to keep it before Russia, who apparently had it now, France, the Union, and or the Confederacy adopted it. This is definitely untrue, and the War Council caught his bluff, denying the design. And it was very clear why he pushed it, because then Cowens had to go to debtor's prison for having far too many unpaid debts, which he really wanted the design to solve, but obviously did not. On to the final assessments. This was a ludicrous design at the time, and it's a ludicrous design now. Jesus Christ, this one more person calls me. And it was only pushed so hard because Cowens needed money badly. It would not have been effective in the field. The wheels would be easy targets for artillery, which was becoming more and more prevalent on the battlefield. The steam engines would have made the inside of the vehicle unbearably hot, especially with the hot sun beating down on the steel armor. The crew would likely be constantly dehydrated or pass out, especially with military uniforms at the time. And that's not even considering the constant gunpowder fillings that would fill the air and make it unbearably difficult to breathe, or not to mention CO2 emissions. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Next time, I'm still not sure what I'm doing yet, but hopefully we'll be back on track soon. Peace out.